Hi guys, it's me, Evan. I apologize for the lack of uploads as of late. I mean, I've had a couple videos in the works for a while, but a lot of stuff, work, personal drama, just like struggles, mentally health, getting distracted by video games, and by video games I mean Smash Bros. And also Paper Mario, which you should definitely play. And also just like me struggling with what I wanted these videos to be and Sony Vegas lagging. Point is, I've been going through a lot in this last year. And this year I'm trying to make it my self-improvement arc, and I want it to be like going forward every year becomes my year, and I fully support anyone else who tries to do everything to make their life better. But surprisingly enough, this isn't about me. I mostly just am making this video to try and announce to the fact that I am going to try and regularly make more videos now. But unfortunately, I will bring up that before things can get better, things have to get worse. Which in the case of Disney and Pixar, they definitely have. So, let's see. I have this article pulled up on my computer, and we're just gonna read a bit of it right now. So, Pixar has announced its strategy for the coming years, and it may just be enough for everyone. By the way, I'm not editing this video because, it's just, I kind of just wanted to get this out to get back into the habit of making videos. And this is just a quick way to do it. Sorry. So, basically, the point is that they're saying that, they're not going to put their movies in streaming services until after the theatrical releases. Okay, that's good, because streaming services are kind of what led to the reason why movies I haven't actually watched a lot of these movies, so I wouldn't, Turning Red, Soul, and Luca, that's actually the reason why a lot of those movies didn't do well when they were later put into theaters, is because they were already put in the streaming service before on Disney Plus, so it's people didn't really have much reason to see them. And now Pixar is accusing their failure in the box office that was 100% uncalled for. They're basically blaming it on the fact that those movies were about marginalized people. I mean, about personal stories, and instead they're going to be focusing more on sequels and spin-offs like Lightyear, because we all know that did incredibly well. And they're also going to be focusing more on mass appeal. And literally, I made an all right, I can stop pretending to be nice now. This is incredibly stupid, and I'm just gonna be honest. This statement has completely killed my faith in both Disney and Pixar as studios. And I have absolutely no support or sympathy for the executives who decided to make this decision, because all they care about is increasing... My dogs are barking right now. Anyway, I'll try and speak over so you can still hear me. But, the point is that, we have at least, 3 videos on this channel, one of which is unlisted because we said some stupid things that I don't stand by anymore. It was the Dougal video. And, we made videos on this channel where we discussed the idea of how mass appeal doesn't work, because it's the paradox of mass appeal, if you will. That by trying to appease everyone, you appease no one. And yet, no matter how many times corporations learn this lesson, it goes in one ear and out the other. They never learn. No matter what happens, no matter how much money they lose, they always blame it on something else. Oh, it was the 10,000 first gay couples we had in our Disney movies. Oh, I guess people don't want Black Ariel. Or, oh, we don't want generational trauma, apparently. Oh, we don't want movies that talk about the environment. No, we just want bland, inoffensive Illumination ripoffs, apparently. And it's a really frustrating time for animation right now, especially when like we have people continuing to just like spout the idea that animation is for kids, when Across the Spider-Verse and like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish and Elemental have some of the most emotional storytelling I've seen in recent years. And it's very like depressing that Pixar of all companies is the one to say this, considering that they are responsible for some of the best animated movies ever made. Just to name a list, the first 3 Toy Stories, Monsters Inc., A Bug's Life. I like A Bug's Life personally. Don't at me. I already said Monsters Inc. Finding Nemo, The Incredibles. They also did WALL-E and also Up, like, and Soul. And yeah, I liked Turning Red. Turning Red was actually a really good movie. And Elemental, like, oh, and Inside Out. There are so many things that they are well known for. Oh, Cars. Cars is also good. Like, there are so many things that they do that was actually really good, and you think they succeeded because they had mass appeal, because they tried to be as marketable as possible. No, they were good because they let the directors pour their hearts out. They actually got to tell the story they wanted. They got to bring animation and bring life to their vision of something that happened to them, to their personal experiences. Isn't that what art is supposed to be? No. Apparently, executives think that art is not supposed to be that. Apparently, art is whatever makes them the most amount of green pieces of paper with faces on them that we decided had value over other people. I remember saying in either the Raya video or the Elemental video, I think it was the Elemental video, which surprisingly, okay, can I just go over that for a second? I just wanted to say that, like, the Elemental video, at the time I made the video, it was like the worst performing Pixar movie at the box office, but that was only for the first weekend. After that, it actually saw a surge in, like, popularity, and it had the best redemption arc of any Pixar movie to exist. And it's like, and I'm not trying to put myself on and no, actually, I totally am trying to put myself on a pedestal. I like to think my video that did surprisingly well had some part to play in it, just a small bit. I just like to cope and think about that. That's my cope. But, like, Unfortunately, they blame the movie for not succeeding on the fact that it was about the director's personal struggles with their family as an immigrant, over the fact that it was marketed horrendously, as to the point where people thought that it was like just a cliche romance movie, even though the romance actually was kind of secondary to the whole immigration plot of it, which I actually really liked. And you can watch my video to hear more about that. There were some things that I didn't go over, and I wish I had, but, like, anyway, point is that, like, I remember in the video saying that, like, I don't want Disney to fail, and I'm only being this harsh because I know they can do it, which is also a quote I got from Schaefer-Liz, thanks, by the way. But now, I'm just gonna say this. My faith in the studio has plummeted all the way beneath the core of the earth. It is at rock bottom of rock bottom. Like, they have to invent a new term for how low it's gone. Possibly even pass through the entire earth. Look, my point is, I hate them now. I hate what they've become. And it's just really sad. I don't even know what else to say. It's just like, no matter how many times they make these mistakes, they always blame the wrong things and arrive at the wrong conclusions. Oh, and by the way, I'm not seeing Toy Story 5. I didn't like the idea of Toy Story 4, never saw it, and Toy Story 5, it's like, okay, even if Toy Story 4 was good, you have to admit they can't go any further unless they're just drooling at the thought of making more money. Which they, I can't speak for them all, but I'm pretty 99% sure that's where they're going. And I'm just making this because it's clear that they don't care about the artistic value. They only care about money. So, yeah, I want them to fail. I want them to fail. I want them to be so pathetically far down in the dust that they're scraping for the best possible ideas so they come back. Or they go bankrupt. I don't care. Either way, honestly, whichever one of those comes first is a happy ending for me, because it's like one more thing I want to talk about is that, like, I mentioned this in the Elemental video as well, but a lot of people who hated their recent work were doing it because they thought it was too woke, and I'm just like, okay, you suck if you think that a movie is bad because it's too woke, because people who didn't get represented enough are now represented. This is the end of the world. We gotta do something. And now it seems like Disney is actually trying to cater to those people. After years of going, hey guys, we have 500 billion first gay Disney characters. We're so progressive. Please buy our merch. Look at us. We're so cool because we had a lesbian couple on screen for 5 seconds. After years of that, they're finally being like, oh, thank God, our movies have been failing because we've been too progressive. Time to start making mindless crap. I'm just preparing mentally for a hunt for the same channels that made like Geeks and Gamers or The Quartering or any of those anti-SJW losers who made 100 videos about how woke Disney is ruined. They suck. To now make 100 more videos being like, Disney has rejected the woke. We are so back. And I'm just like, fuck you. Fuck you all. Anyway, that's it. Bye.